Hey parents, this is Rob Walter from the Middle School Ministry at Venture Church, and I wanted to take a few minutes to tell you about our middle school ministry missions trip that's happening in February of 2016. And the dates of that trip are February 18 through 21 of 2016. Now, I believe that middle schoolers are experts at serving children. And children love hanging out with middle schoolers. And so many of our middle schoolers are expert babysitters and children's volunteers. So we're using their natural talents to bless children all over the Bay Area with an event called the Venture Kids Party. And we will be traveling to children's hospitals and to family shelters, and we'll be bringing all of our joy and laughter into these environments to create a party for these children that are being helped by these services. And whenever we enter into an environment full of kids, every one of the students at the Venture Kids Party will have a job and a role to play. Some of the students will lead games, some will act or sing on a stage, some will be in charge of face painting or making balloon animals for the kids, some are going to be passing out food or toys, and everyone has a job and everyone has an important role to play. And there are many, many opportunities to help children right here in the Bay Area. And that's what the Venture Kids Party is all about serving and encouraging children right here in our own neighborhood. And on this trip, we want to show students all the environments and all the local agencies that are caring for kids and helping children in need. And when students get to high school or when they get to college, it's kind of natural for them to serve overseas or on the other side of the country. But right here in middle school, we love to show students all of the opportunities that they can serve right here in their own community. You know, Jesus told us that we would be his witnesses in Jerusalem and in Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. And part of that means being a light for Jesus right here in our own local community. And I want to tell you a little bit about the sites we'll be traveling to this year. Now, first of all, right here, we're at Camp Maymac in the Santa Cruz Mountains. This will be our home base for the trip. And every morning we'll eat breakfast here at the camp, and every night we'll meet for dinner right here at the camp, and we will debrief about all the things we saw and that we learned on the previous day. Not only that, we'll take time to learn from the Bible and what the Bible says about serving others. And we'll have cabins for boys, cabins for girls. There'll be bunk beds and showers right inside all of the cabins. And this is also a great environment for campfire sharing and s'mores and just hanging out with each other after a long day of serving. So this year, we'll bring our kids' party into two primary types of facilities. The first type of facility that we'll be visiting this year are family shelters for homeless families. And these are places where families can break the cycle of homelessness and get food and job training and housing. And a lot of these places have playrooms for children. And a lot of these places have lots of children there, and mom and dad can't always focus on taking care of the kids. They're busy trying to organize a new job or organize some new training for them to get job skills. And so that's where the Venture Kids Party comes in. We want to come in and encourage children and give them a great day. And as we enter into those facilities, we're going to be blessing those children with food and candy and games and toys and music, and hopefully a day that they won't forget. And the family shelters that we'll visit this year are all right here in the Bay Area. The second type of facility that we'll be visiting is children's hospitals. And these are places where children with handicaps are cared for around the clock. And again, we're going to be entering into these medical facilities and join with their dedicated workers to give those children a day full of fun and smiles. We're gonna bring a party into these hospitals. And finally, we'll be serving a church in Santa Cruz called the Elm Street Mission. And Elm Street Mission works mainly with homeless adults, but lately they've been reaching out to all the children in their neighborhood with a weekly Sunday school class. And we want to come in and give them a hand and show all the kids at the Elm Street Mission a great morning and tell them all about Jesus. The Venture Kids Party is a great way to discover that there are many people out here in our own Bay Area who have pressures in their lives that are much bigger than our own. And it's time for us to see again just how much God has blessed each one of us. And many of our students who have visited on this trip, who have worked on this trip, come away with a sense of gratitude for all the things that God has blessed them with. Not only do they have a sense of gratitude, but they come away with a burden to help others in need and to share with others what God has blessed them with. This trip, the Venture Kids Party, is also a great opportunity to show our students the many heroic workers in our community who have dedicated their lives to helping those in need. And it can really inspire our students to devote their lives to helping others. And this is also a great way for students to start a relationship with one of these organizations and to continue it with you and your family in the months after this trip. And this trip is also a great warm-up for longer international missions trips in high school and in college. And for you parents, it gives you the security of knowing that even though your student is off on a missions trip, they're not that far away from home. And if anything happens, they can come home or get some help from you. Again, this year's missions trip is February 18 through 21. And there will be 2 mandatory training sessions on February 6 and February 13. The cost of the trip is $300, and we encourage students to write support letters to send to their friends and family. And again, this is a practice for helping them to write support letters that will raise lots and lots of money if they go overseas in high school and in college. And again, this is going to be more of a leadership kind of event and a service kind of event instead of like an evangelistic or fun event that we might normally do at one of our camps. And so we're going to ask students to work hard and to serve others with a great attitude. And if your student is up for that, then by all means, I want to challenge you to sign them up for this event. The trip is limited to 25 students. And so if you're interested in sending your student on this trip, please email me at rwalter@venturechristian.org, or you can call me at 408-997-4660. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.